Allendale's population reads about 26,600, and Grand Valley State University enrolls more than 22,000 students on the campus, sitting in the middle of it. A lot of those are the same people, and that overlap explains most of what this market does. Here's the area guide: the district, the river, the parks, the amenities, and the drive. Start with where this actually is. Allendale is a charter township in the center of Ottawa County, about 15 miles west of downtown Grand Rapids, across 32 square miles. The Grand River forms the entire north and east boundary, and M45, Lake Michigan Drive, is the spine, running straight from the lakeshore into the west side of the city. The district here is Allendale Public Schools. It enrolls about 2,600 students across 6 buildings, pre-K through 12, and 4 of those buildings share a single campus on Learning Lane. The high school sits on its own site, over on 68th Avenue. 2 practical notes: the district runs a virtual academy alongside the brick-and-mortar buildings, so there's an online path for high school inside the same district. And school boundaries in Ottawa County don't follow township lines. The address decides the district, not the mailing city. Confirm the parcel, not the town. Here's the market all of that sits inside. Allendale is home to about 26,600 people. The typical home is valued near $450,000. Listings go pending in about 66 days, and downtown Grand Rapids is roughly 20 minutes east. 450,000 is the number that surprises people. Allendale sits in Ottawa County, but the metro benchmark is Kent County's $335,000 median. So Allendale runs about $115,000 over it. That gap is new construction, not location. New builds here start near $344,000, and the active plans run up into the 450s. Grand Valley State is the largest single thing in the township. The Allendale campus covers more than 1,200 acres. The university was founded in 1960, and it employs close to 4,000 people between faculty and staff. The Cook-Carillon Tower went up in 1994. And the Fieldhouse Arena seats 4,200. Public land is where this township runs deep. Bass River Recreation Area is 1,665 acres of state land across Allendale and Robinson townships, with 3.5 miles of Grand River frontage and better than 10 miles of trail open to hiking, mountain biking, horseback riding, and snowshoeing. The township runs its own 40-acre community park on Lake Michigan Drive. The Grand is the defining feature. Eastmanville Bayou and the Bass River Open Space are Ottawa County parks. Free river access, no launch fee. Bass River Recreation Area is state land, so you'll need a Michigan recreation passport on the vehicle to park there. Grand Ravines, just across the line toward Jenison, adds 202 acres. A 21-acre off-leash dog park that was the county's first, a 275-foot pedestrian suspension bridge, and a treehouse overlook that opened in 2023. Here's my read on this market. That 66-day average is the longest of any submarket I track, and it scares people it shouldn't. It isn't weak demand. It's small builders releasing homes a few at a time. So one unsold spec sits on the clock and drags the whole average with it. The trail work is the piece that's actually changing. The Edema Explorers Trail is a planned 36.5-mile route along the Grand River Greenway, connecting Grand Haven to Grand Rapids. And Allendale sits in the middle of it. A 2.2-mile segment already links the Grand Valley campus to Grand Ravines, and the Eastmanville connector ties township neighborhoods to the bayou. New construction is the supply story. There are better than 20 active communities in and around Allendale, with several builders working at once. Eastbrook at Emerald Springs, Bosgroff at Perline Estates, and JTB building here too. New homes start near $344,000. And the Emerald Springs plans run from the high 300s into the mid 400s. That's why inventory here shows up in bursts instead of a steady drip. Here's where that puts Allendale against the towns buyers actually cross-shop it with. Byron Center runs higher on the same new construction story. Hudsonville comes in under it, and Jenison, closer in, older housing stock, sits lower still. Allendale is the one of those 4 where the number is most heavily set by what's being built right now. Day to day, the township is a corridor, not a downtown, which tracks since Allendale was organized in 1849 as farm ground and named for Agnes Allen, the first name on the tax roll. Retail, groceries, and restaurants line M45 and 68th Avenue, and the township library has been on Library Lane since 2000. That's changing on purpose. There's a downtown development authority and a town center overlay district in front of the Planning Commission. The drive is the last piece. Allendale to downtown Grand Rapids runs about 20 minutes clear on M45, straight in on Lake Michigan Drive, and closer to 30 on a weekday morning. Jenison, the nearest comparison, is about 15. The other direction matters too. M45 runs west to the lakeshore, so Grand Haven is roughly the same distance out as the city.